Hey YouTube, this is Ace of Spades. Doing my first review slash EDC video. Um, just gonna try out doing this on camera. I talk a lot about knives with my friends and family all the time, and figure I might as well spread this to the internet. So I'm gonna start off with my current favorite EDC. It's a Spyderco Stretch. It's made by Spyderco. It has VG10 steel, blade steel. Try and get this focus. It's upside down. It's a lot like the Delica and the Endura. It's, I think, a 3.5-inch blade length. FRN handles, good pocket clip, nice and strong. Spyderco logos. It's a lockback, which a lot of people go back and forth on, and strength and whatnot, but works fine for EDC. I'm not batoning with it or anything crazy like that. My favorite part is the blade shape, which has a nice curve, good belly, full flat ground, and this curve here makes it so that it's not as wide in the pocket, so it's just real narrow, which is just nice. Doesn't take up much space. It's very light. It's got the spider hole. I am left-handed, so Spyderco putting the pocket clip on all 4 corners of the knife is a big plus for me. So that's the Stretch. I mean, it's just a great knife, good steel, pretty affordable. I think they run 80 or 90 bucks on new online. You might be able to find one cheaper than that. And it just great size, can be used for, self-defense if you really needed to. But it's not so big that it's crazy or will scare a bunch of people. I work in an office, so yeah. So that's a Stretch. Normally I carry this just about every day. It's my main go-to. I cut open boxes and packages and cut my food up at lunch and all that stuff if I need to. And normally I will carry either this next knife, which is a smaller Spyderco. It's the Delica 4. And see the logo there. It's got green FRN, and it has a saber grind. Now, the newer Delicas come in full flat ground. This is also VG10. Let's see if I can get this to focus. Let's see it there. It's a smaller blade length, just under 3 inches, I think. Similar pocket clip. Again, the 4-side thing. I can't get these. My hex wrench broke, and I can't get these off to switch the side, but I just carry it in my back right pocket. Lockback. It's pretty much, it's very similar to the Stretch. Stretch has a longer blade, longer handle, but all pretty much same material, same style knife. So the Delica I have for the really small task when I don't want to pull the Stretch out, or if there's other people around and I don't want to scare them. This is a lot more just a smaller blade. So I carry that quite a bit too. But normally my carry is the Stretch, and as Stretch is my EDC, my just everything kind of knife, and this Manix too, lightweight. It's got the BD1 blade steel. They do sell it in, I think it's S30V or CTS. Um, it's a compression lock, so you just pull this and it opens the blade. It's got the wire clip, which is a little bit more um, less noticeable for people. And it is a little, it almost carries a little deeper too. Um, it it's only tip up, I believe, but it is both sides. I've got it on the left side because I'm left-handed. Um, when I got this knife, it had a rolled edge, or either that or when I was sharpening it, it rolled. I got it used. Um, and so I had to get it reground, so I sent it off to Big Chris on Blade Forums, and I had him do a Warrenclyffe on the blade. So he reground the blade to be a Warrenclyffe. And there, I saw someone else on Instagram had a Manix 2 lightweight with the Warrenclyffe, and Big Chris reground, reprofiled the blade so that it is actually very sharp. And now this knife will cut through anything, but since it is kind of a thin tip here, it gets real thin. I don't like to use it on many boxes or any kind of thing where I'd have to be prying, just because I don't want to break the tip off. So basically, the idea behind it is as completely my defensive carry. If this blade style was made originally for self-defense, and it's because of it's just a very good slicer, and you can actually impact cut things with it much better than you can with belly. So I do every once in a while, if I just have some tape I need to cut through or whatever, I'll pull it out and slice through it. But most of the time, it's pretty much going to be just sitting in my pocket or showing off to people. It's because it is a one-off. Well, there's 2 or 3 of them out there right now with this custom grind. This one is U.S. made. It's made in Colorado. Which is nice. It is the lightest knife. I mean, it's lighter than the Manix, even though it's bigger, or lighter than the Stretch, even though it's thicker, and everything. But this lightweight, there's nothing inside here. It's just this lightweight plastic, which makes it awesome for carrying. I mean, you don't even feel it. So those are my 3 main Spydercos. Well, they're my only Spydercos now. But they're the main knives I carry. I do have a few other knives that I'll show you real quick. I don't have a lot to talk about. This is my Boker Nano. Chris Curtis designed this knife, and he's probably one of my favorite knife designers, knife makers, and I just don't have the money for the real one. Goes for about $150 to $250. I just didn't have the money to do that, so I got the Boker version. It is 440C. Heard mixed reviews on Boker's 440C. For me, it's been fine. I haven't used it a whole lot. But this will be something else that I'll be carrying the Stretch or maybe the Manix. Throw this in my back pocket because it's just tiny. But it's great ergonomics. It just fits right into your hand. Perfect. This is right hand only, so just sits in my right back pocket. So it's a good little knife. Small blade length. It's not gonna scare a bunch of people. So I carry that. The other really good user knife that I have is the Ontario Rat 1. This is the bigger version. There's a smaller version. You can see the pocket wear on it for me carrying it. And I actually opened soup can with this and sliced up this black coating pretty good. I like the way it looks. I'm probably going to start, or I might remove the coating completely and kind of do a stone wash or acid etch on it. But this knife is $30. I mean, give or take a few bucks. It's AUS-8 steel. It's great steel. It gets so sharp. It doesn't hold an edge for super long time. But a couple times on the stone and it's back to razor sharp. It'll cut through anything. Made by Ontario Knives in Taiwan, and it's a little bit bigger. G10 scales. I really like. I mean, this knife just fits perfect in your hand. And the choil and the jimping and thumb ramp, it just loads right in there and it's perfect. Again, ambidextrous carry, all four corners. It's got the flow through design, which is nice. Got a little lanyard on it. It's just kind of my user. It's my beat on knife because it's such an inexpensive knife that I don't really care if I chip it or whatever because I can just buy another one. Come in a bunch of colors. There's a size that's a little bit smaller. I think it's like a 1/2 inch smaller. But love this knife, and I carry it quite a bit. I normally have 2 blades on me. This will be kind of my user, and then I'll have either the Manix or this zero tolerance. This is a zero tolerance 0350. I de-assisted it. My buddies are telling me to re-assist. I just haven't taken the time to do it. It does, it comes right out without the assist. But they do come with the speed safe. I did buy this one used as well. So previous owner scratched it out. But it's still in great, works completely. Lockup's great. And it needs some sharpening. I'm not great at sharpening, but this one has S30V steel, which is very good steel. Holds an edge and gets really sharp. So I just got this one. I haven't carried it a whole lot, but it's definitely one that when I'm out doing yard work or whatever, I'll definitely be carrying because, again, it's a beater. It's just a big, really thick liners. And it'll hold up to anything. So it's a very good knife, and obviously with the de-assisted, it still comes out pretty well. The centering's off right now because the basically there's 2 washers in there. This will focus. And the side the speed safe is on is smaller. That's just because it needs room for the speed safe. So apparently zero tolerance, you can contact them or Kershaw, and they will send you new washers. So I'm planning to do that. I just haven't taken the time yet. And once I do that, it should be centered perfect, and then I can loosen up the pivot just a little bit more, so it's just a little bit more reliable on the deploy. But I mean, honestly, it doesn't really need much. Again, left-hand carry, all ambidextrous, which is a big deal for me. not for most people. So I mean, those are the main knives in my rotation right now. I have quite a few. I do have some other like cheaper Kershaw stuff that I will kind of have in my pack. You know, if I'm out camping or whatever, just in case I just need something and I don't have one of these on me. But this is my main rotation. So, gonna have more videos coming. I'm planning to start up kind of a show with a couple buddies, and we will talk knives. We'll talk about each of our EDCs for the day. We'll probably talk some cars. So keep an eye out for that. Subscribe. We'll yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and keep an eye out for this show. Hopefully, we'll get this